Can Iran and the United States strike a nuclear deal when one side says its a red line is uranium enrichment? Tehran is open to compromise, but not on everything. Here's the full story. Iran has signaled it's ready to make concessions in nuclear talks with the United States, but says uranium enrichment is non-negotiable. The spokesperson for Iran's foreign ministry, Esmail Baghaei, told CNN on Monday if the intention is to make sure that Iran's nuclear program would not be weaponized, I think that's something we could simply do. He didn't detail how a compromise could be reached. When asked, he said there were so many ways without offering specifics. Still, he emphasized a bottom line. If the US's intention is to deprive Iranians of their right to peaceful nuclear energy, I think that would be very problematic. It would really challenge the whole process. The comments come after the fifth round of U.S. Iran negotiations in Rome last Friday. U.S. President Donald Trump voiced optimism about the talks on Sunday and said, "We had some very good talks with Iran yesterday and today, and let's see what happens." Trump told reporters in New Jersey, "But I think we could have some good news on the Iran front." Meanwhile, Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi called the latest round one of the most professional so far, but he admitted the issues at stake are too complicated to be resolved in 2 or 3 meetings. Despite the Trump administration's earlier demand that Iran end all enrichment, Baghaei suggested negotiators now understand Iran won't budge on that. He said, "The fact that so far we have continued our talks means that we understand there is a certain level of understanding that Iran cannot, under any circumstances, give up its right to peaceful nuclear energy."
به صورت جدی، هدفمند و با نیت رسیدن به یک تفاهم عادلانه، منصفانه و مبتنی بر واقعیات وارد این روند شدیم. جدیت خودمون رو در این فرایند نشون دادیم. موضوع غنیسازی به عنوان بخش لاینفک انرژی هسته‌ای صلح‌آمیز و صنعت هسته‌ای جمهوری اسلامی ایران.
The International Atomic Energy Agency says Iran's uranium stockpile is growing fast. In March, the IAEA chief, Rafael Grossi, warned that it had increased by half in just 3 months. Grossi stated, "Iran is the only non-nuclear weapon state enriching to this level, causing me serious concern." Meanwhile, multiple US officials told CNN that Washington has new intelligence suggesting Israel is prepping to strike Iranian nuclear facilities even as talks continue. However, Baghaei dismissed the threat, saying Iranians would not be conducive to any sort of pressure. When it comes to using that language, Iranians will come with one voice and we will certainly defend our national security. Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was less optimistic. Last week, he warned United States negotiators in a post on his official website, "Try not to talk nonsense." But Baghaei struck a more hopeful tone. He believes a win-win is still possible. If there really is a will, there's a way. There is not only one way, there are so many ways.